And now, the WGBS-TV News. With Lois Lane and Clark Kent. Here is Lois Lane.
This is Lois Lane reporting for WGBS-TV News. It is Wednesday, June the 9th, 2010, and we are all here getting ready for the Superman celebration. The Superman statue has a fresh coat of paint, and the vendors behind me are setting up so they can ready themselves for the thousands of fans that are going to converge on the bustling city of Metropolis tomorrow to celebrate a swell guy who we all know and love, Superman. We're going to talk to some of the vendors, talk to some of the fans that are starting to come into town, and we will be reporting all weekend on the wonderful events here in Metropolis.
This is Clark Kent, also here at the celebration, and I'm talking to Carla Ogle. I'm sure it's probably very busy getting ready for the celebration.
Yes, it is. This is the part of the time when people don't realize that there's a lot of process that has to go on to get this all put together. It doesn't just happen overnight. The vendors have to set up in their places, and a lot of city workers have to do the electricity and the water and hanging banners and getting the artist alley ready. There's a lot of details that go into putting this together.
Wow, that's great. No, that's something that a lot of our viewers will definitely like. How many city workers do you know will be are they using to set everything up?
All of them, every last one of them.
Really? Wow.
There's quite a few. We've got a great team of city workers. The water and light department. They all come out and they work together very well. I mean, they've been doing this for quite a few years, and so they know exactly the routine, and they get out here and they get the job done.
How far in advance do you usually start with planning?
Next year?
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
We actually, through the whole celebration, the whole weekend, everybody on the staff, we're constantly making kind of mental notes like, okay, remember, for next year we're going to do this, or hey, let's do this for next year. We talk to a lot of the vendors that go to so many different events and festivals. They always say, hey, you know what, here's an idea that another festival does. The visitors, the fans, they all have ideas, and we listen to all of them. We want to keep this fresh. I mean, we've been doing this for 32 years, and so, you know, we want to change it up a little bit and make it fresh and make it all exciting every year for everybody to want to come back year after year.
Yeah, and is there actually that's brings up a good point. Some of the fans might might be interested in giving their own suggestions or anything. And is there a place that they can?
You know, actually, Angie Shelton is the tourism director, and she's going to have a booth set up in the very middle of the street, and with information about Metropolis and the area and the Superman celebration. So I would probably go to Angie Shelton and just leave any comments and any suggestions, because we'll listen to them all, you know, good or bad. If somebody says, hey, look, you don't need to do that, we're going to listen to that too, because we want to improve. We always want to improve.
Excellent. And then is that Metropolis Tourism.com?
Yes, .com. Cool. Angie Shelton.
Excellent. Yeah. MetropolisTourism.com. Angie Shelton, for anyone who's interested in leaving some comments or suggestions. And it's really a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you for being here.
It's our pleasure.
Hello, I am here with Jim Childers, and he is a resident of Metropolis. So how long have you lived in Metropolis?
58 years, my whole life. It's a nice community. I really like it. You know, it seems like everybody knows everybody, and people go out of their way to help each other. It's just a super place to be from.
Wonderful. So you have been here as long as the celebration has been going on. What have you seen change through the years with the Superman celebration?
The crowd, the activities, just about everything. It's more organized now than what it had been, and the people come from everywhere. That's pretty amazing.
What is the furthest away that you've heard someone come?
Well, we emceed the 50, or not the 50s dance, but the 40s dance a couple of years ago, and we had people there from Australia and New Zealand, and we really had a lot of fun with those guys.
Wonderful. We were there for the 40s dance, and you did a great job. It was a lot of fun, so very well done.
It was a hoot.
It was. And we hear you're going to miss some of the celebration this weekend.
Yeah, we leave out. We got some racing to do, and we're leaving out Friday morning. But I'll be here Thursday night to MC the gospel music. That's a good way to start anything when you got gospel music. You know, we got the Kingsmen coming in from Asheville, North Carolina, and they've been around a long time. And at one point, they were probably by far the #1 gospel group in America.
Wonderful. So for those people who haven't had the chance to come to Metropolis, what can you tell them to let them know why they need to come and experience this?
Well, once again, the friendliness of the town. You know, we've got a mayor that goes out of his way to make strangers, you know, or there's no strangers in this town. And he'll go out of their way to make them feel at home. If they have any problems, you know, any of the chamber people, the businesses, and of course, Superman statue. That is a big draw.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today and for being proud of the town that you live in and that, you know, where you've lived your whole life. I think it's wonderful.
Super town.
Superman.
Welcome to Metropolis! Home of Superman!
And we're also here with Mr. Dean Brookman, and he and his wife Alice have Brookman's Concessions. And I understand this is your first time at the Superman celebration.
Yes, it is. It's our first time. I'm kind of glad to be here. I want to look forward to seeing all the Superman characters. I grew up with Lois Lane and all of the Superman that was in my day. You know, I was watching those on TV all the time. You know, and was reading the comic books. I wish I hadn't thrown all the comic books away, you know.
And so when you watch the TV shows, that was the George Reeves TV. Did you know that Noelle Neal, the First Lady of Metropolis, is actually going to be here for the weekend as well?
That's what I heard. She'll be right here, pretty close right here.
So how did you first hear about the celebration, and when did you first hear about it?
Oh, gosh, several years ago, actually. You know, we never came. We've been busy, and with this stand, you know, we've been other places and stuff, you know, but we decided to come this year and see what it was all about, you know, and see if we couldn't what we could do, you know. And but it's a nice little town. Yeah. I don't want to go down there to boat and lose a lot of money, but
well, and then for the I understand that you have a great shake-up and a wonderful deal for anybody who comes in.
We have our shake-ups are. I'll guarantee you my shake-ups, if you don't like them after the first drink, now you can't drink the whole thing and then come back, but after the first drink, if you don't like it, I'll be tickled to death to give you your money back. Wow. You know, I mean, and I've never had to give anybody's money back yet, so.
That should tell you something right there.
Holy sausage and funnel cakes and corn dogs and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
My wife, she's kind of a nut when it comes to cleaning, you know. She goes wild on that.
Yeah,
know.
and I understand this is your wife's business.
Right, it is her business. I'm just a non-paid employee.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that. I'm sure the perks are nice, although I'm sure we can't air that comment. Well, that's wonderful. It's a pleasure to meet you, and hope you enjoy the celebration immensely, and we're very glad to have you.
I think we will. Glad to be here.
You're watching WGBS News Metropolis.